Look at that. That's going to be a right little marshmallow grower. It's a grower, not a shower. Well, hello there. Perfect drafters. How are we doing? Are we good? Good. Because, people, what we've got here is a brand new keg review. Yes, we have. And the keen-eyed, the eagle-eyed amongst you will see a Vocation glass right there. Now this keg is amongst a lot of keg. Now, that doesn't do it justice. A smorgasbord of kegs. A plethora of kegs. A menagerie of kegs. A lot of kegs. That's what we've had, yeah? So a smorgasbord would be probably cheese, yeah? These are kegs. But if it was a cheese equivalent, we would have a Stilton, we'd have a Brie, we'd have a Camembert, we'd have a cheddar, we'd have a mild cheddar. Yeah, we'd have a lot of kegs. Cheese. What am I banging on about cheese? Anyway, we've got kegs, people. We've had this Vocation one. Hop, skip and juice, I think. I think that's it. I'll have a look in a minute. We'll have a look at the keg in a minute, yeah? We've had that Marzen thing. Marzen, yeah, from Camden. It's another Camden keg. But I did try it at the old, what was it? What did I go to? Perfect Draft Con, yeah? Tried it there, had a little sippy suppy sue. I liked it. I thought, that's nice. So actually, I thought, looking forward to that keg. I've got it in stock. We've got Mahou, that thing, yeah? Mainstream kind of lager. But look, that ain't a bad keg. That can't be a bad keg. That is gonna be a nice mainstream type lager to get on here. It ain't Foster's, it ain't Carlin, is it? Yeah? It's mainstream, yes, but I reckon it might be a little beauty. Then what else we had? We've only had that Stay Puffed thing, yeah, from a Tiny Rebel. Tiny Rebel back on board. Happy days. I know Club Tropica came out recently, but look, Tiny Rebel, hell of a brewery. And that, yeah, for the winter, hits the nail on the head. So happy days. We have had some beautiful releases recently. Some we didn't even see coming. So we're happy about that. Perfect Draft owners, rejoice. Because they've got to give it to them. We have got to give it to them. Perfect Draft have pulled out some stops here and they've got us some good beers on this machine. Right. What am I looking at here though? We are looking at the Vocation Hop, Skip and Juice IPA. It's a Vocation, a British brewery. Nice to see. Let's face it, that life and death keg, after the demise or the discontinuation or whatever you want to call it of the Drunken Sailor, that IPA did save the Perfect Draft a bit. It did. Well, it did for me. It did for IPA drinkers. Yeah, because that Crew Republic Drunken Sailor, still a tear in my eye when I think about it. But that Vocation Life and Death, hell of a keg. So I'm really looking forward to this one. It's £41.90. So we've gone over that 40 notes, which is a bit of a stinger. But, you know, we've got a bit better ABVage on it. It's 5.7%. So it works out around that £3.30 a pint. Yeah. We're looking at fruitiness. Apparently a vibrant hop profile and tropical fruity notes. That's what we're looking at, people. So, without further ado, I've got some snackage. But first of all, let's have a look at that keg. Let's do the pour. I'll bring it in. I have got a different camera setup. Hopefully it works all right. My usual camera ran out of juice, yeah? Let's hope this has got more juice than what my camera had in it. But anyway, see if it works. So I've got some snackage. Let's have a look at that keg. Let's do the pour. I'll bring it in, see if we've got any bubs. Then I'll taste it, people. But before I rate it, I will have that snackage and tell you what I think to that. Then I will rate this new Vocation keg. Happy days. Hopefully it's a belter. Let's get stuck in, people. Let's get stuck in. Okay then, people, here we go. I've got the Vocation glass. There it is. Look at that. It's an halfer. I'll just have two. Right, let's get it poured. I have just wet the spout. Not wet my own whistle, but but wet the spout. Just pour it into another little glass just to wet the spout. That's why sometimes I don't get too much of a foam head. I did think with a half pint of glass, I can't have half a pint of foam. Here we go. Let's pour it. I'm going to get it now anyway, ain't I? Huh? Spoke too soon there. Look at that. Look at you. There we go. So even though I did wet that, it's still lively at the moment. But hey, that will settle slightly. I'm looking at it. That is cloudy. That is a hazy little number. Yeah? It's almost looking totally tropical. I don't think you can get lilt anymore, can you? Anyway, let's bring it in. Let's have a look. Okay, so there we go then, people. Look at you. Huh? There's some bubs there, actually. Look at that. There is some bubs. That's quite fast-moving bubs. Only little uns. Only little uns. But they're there. Hell of a head. Right. But a lovely white foam head. To be fair, look at that. And pretty compact as well. Right. Anyway, that's enough of looking at it. Let's sup it. Here we go. Right. It's not actually gone down that quick, that head. I was hoping it would be a little bit quicker, but let's just look at that. It's going to be a right little marshmallow grower. It's a grower, not a shower. I tell you what, this spout this time, look at that. That is a lengthy sprout. Thinking of Christmas. It's not a sprout on there, it's a spout. But look, the old tube, yeah? Sticking out the bottom there. Drip, drip! Anyway. Look at you. Now that looks like a glass full of delight. Very white foam head. Very white. It almost looks like ice cream. It's not. It's beer foam. Right. That's got white moustache written all over it. But I'm not going to stick my snez in that because that would make it look like I've been misusing and abusing the bar. Right. Let's give this a sip. A sup. Let's give it a sup. Come on. Oh. Right, yeah. That is fruity. That is fruity. That is hoppy. It's fruity. It's exactly what it said it was going to be. It's also pretty damn smooth. That. Yeah, it's got some flavours, that has. It did say recommended 4 degrees. I might bang it up a couple because in this kind of wintry climate that we're now in, it being winter, you probably don't need it that cold. Don't get me wrong, that is a refreshing little belter. And, you know, come spring, that might be ideal. But in the winter, you probably can get that a few degrees higher, get a bit more flavour out of it. But even at 4, that's got some flavours. Definitely tropical. Definitely tropical there. You get the mango, you get the pineapple, you get the hoppiness of that. That is a delight. That really is a delight. It's a little bit... Is it a bit Cali Pale-like? Oh, I do miss the Cali Pale. Who don't miss the Cali Pale? But maybe not quite as juicy as the Club Tropica, fair dues, but it has got quality. It's got a beautiful mouthfeel. Beautiful, Bernard. Huh? That has got a beautiful mouthfeel. It really has. I said about, well, there's a little bit of foam on there. I said about the little bubs that you could see, and they are little bubs in there. It's not overcarbonated though. That is not going to gas you up too much, I don't think. That, look at the clingage of that. I tell you, Vocation are good, ain't they? Huh? So I did briefly mention the PD Con, and I met some of you guys. I met some people, hopefully, that are watching this now, and I loved it. It was fantastic. I know some people said, really, what's all that about? But honestly, I had a hell of a time. Really did. Met Paul and Michelle, top quality people. Really enjoyed meeting them. Simo, what a fella, huh? Absolutely brilliant. So, met other beer tubers, which is brilliant. I don't know if I class myself as a beer tuber. I told them that as well. I don't really know what I'm on about. Yeah, just have a bit of a laugh and a beer with you guys. But, you know, just meeting some of the other people around there, Perfect Draft owners, obviously. What I did find a bit odd is how nearly every stand showed you how to pour a pint out of a Perfect Draft. Pretty much, I think everybody in that room had a Perfect Draft. So, there you go. But really good to meet the brewers. And this one, Vocation, this one here, he did say to me, he went, yeah, we've got this hop, skip and juice coming out. You know, he wasn't trying to hide it. And I was like, really? So looked it up, thought that's going to be good. And it is. That is a pleasure to have on the machine. Gets right up there amongst that Club Tropica and Cali Pale for me, that. Obviously, you know, you could kind of say, is it as good as the Vocation Life and Death, which I do think is the best IPA on there at the moment. Although Goose IPA is a classic, very smooth. I would say, you know, it holds a candle with that Club Tropica. That's what I'd say. Side by side, I mean, Tiny Rebel and Vocation, eh? They should do a collab, shouldn't they? Because that would be a beer. This is a beer. It is. It is. And what a beauty. Happy days with that. That's class. Class in a glass. Oh, that goes down far too easy. I tell you what, you don't think that's 5.7% either. It doesn't taste that. I would say that tastes 4.8. That's dangerous stuff. Right there. Yeah. It's good. It's a beauty. Absolutely wipes the floor with that Brewdog Harmony thing, whatever it was. Hopped in Harmony thing. Yeah. I struggled through that keg, I've got to be honest. There's a bit more ABV on that Life and Death, and you can just taste that. It gives it a bit more full bodiness. I'm not saying this hasn't got a good body, but a little bit thinner than that Vocation Life and Death. But this is fruitier, without a shadow of a doubt. That's a pleasure to drink. Right, Snackage, people, Snackage. I've got a bit of different Snackage here, yeah. What I've got, and I've never done this before, never, but I thought, it's a festive time of year, almost. I've actually put my Christmas lights up. You didn't need to know that, but I have. I'm very early this year doing that. Because normally, you know how you got to put it on the guttering and that, you know, the old gutter clips. So you're banging it on the guttering, your lights, and your hands are freezing. It hurts. That hurts. And I didn't want it to hurt this year, so I thought, I'm going to do it a little bit earlier while it's a bit milder. And God, did we have a cold snap this last weekend when I was doing it. Hurt my hands again. Waste of time. Should have just waited. Our house now looks ridiculous. No one on this street has lights, only mine. Right, but it is that kind of festive time of year. So, I was in the festive little bit of section, seasonal section, within my old mate Tesco's, and I spotted this. And I do like a Baileys at Christmas. In fact, we will be putting up the Christmas tree of this weekend. And one of my kind of festive traditions is to have a Baileys while I put up that Christmas tree. I just do. Oh, I do love that. But I spotted these Baileys chocolate nut mix. Now, my missus, right, when I came back and I popped these out, she went, what? oh, what have you got there? Happy days. Let's get cracked into them. And I went, no, that is for my beer review. That's my snackage to have with the beer review. She has never before wanted any snackage that I've had with my beer reviews. This is a first. Now, it's also a bit of a first for my snackage because it's chocolate. So chocolate with beer, does it go? I don't know. Is there any blurbage? No, not really. Just Irish cream liqueur flavour, salted caramelised nut mix and milk chocolate coated almonds with salty toffee popcorn. There's popcorn in there. That's a bit more beerage, but still not a lot. Right. Nothing. They're saying nothing else. Just on the front, chocolate and caramelised nuts with a hint of Bailey's flavour and salted toffee popcorn. Lovely stuff. It's a 140 gram bag. Let's get stuck in. It's got a lovely little tear thing. Do appreciate a good tear thing so we can get into the bag nicely. It's obviously resealable, which is handy. There's quite a lot of popcorn on the top there. So first up, I'm going to go for a bit of popcorn. Do like popcorn. That does look like it's got caramelised Baileys on it, which I like. Let's give it a bit of a sniff. Not really smelling any Baileys, just more smelling popcorn and nuts. Let's pop it in. Oh, pleasurable. Nice. Right. Yeah. Right, so this wasn't cheap. Wasn't cheap. I think this was on offer, club card offer. So can you class club card as an offer? Pretty much no, really. I want to get one of the chocolate bits. Right, there we go. He's got two. Right, that's what I'll have. Like I say, the missus does want some of these. I'm probably going to pop a few of the popcorn back in. Pop the popcorn back in. No! Nearly lost the nut. Right. Oh. No, that was cheeky. That was lovely. Lovely little nut. Need a tippy toppy too of that. Right. Let's get a few of these. Oh, God, I'm going all over the shop with this. Oh. Wowzers. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Whoa. That's the best popcorn I've ever tasted in my life. Bar none. Bar none. Right. Shut the door. I'll tell you what, not normally am I that blown away with a keg like that and then get that kind of snackage, but I think even tops it. Wow. Oh, that is beautiful. Hi-ho, silver lining. Right, I've got to put them at a distance. Is that far enough away? It's not far enough away. They are absolutely beautiful. The hint of Baileys on all of that. That popcorn is stunning. The chocolate pieces are beautiful. The caramelised nuts are something else. And all together, wow. And you can, just aftertaste the Baileys there. My word. That is incredible. They're beautiful. That's Christmas in a bag. Ho, ho, ho. Right. I'm telling you, they're worth every penny. I think it was $3.50 of the club card offer. So I don't know if they're normally £4.50 or £4. But wowzers. I mean, I feel so bad for people with nut allergies because they don't get to experience that. That's beautiful. Well done. Well done. Wow. And that's class. I'll tell you what, that don't go bad at all. Thing is with IPAs, and I do find that when I've had a bit of a foam, when I do have quite a few of them on a bit of a session, they've almost got a bit of a salty taste, mate. Do dry the mouth a bit. And to have some snackage with that kind of just makes you basically taste buds go wild and kind of, your mouth just water so much, goes pretty well. So the sweetness and the saltiness there actually really works. That's beautiful, and that's beautiful. Right, ratings. I'm going to give that the hop, skip and juice, a very, very good. I'm going to give it a 9. I'm really happy with that. I think that is absolute class. If I'm giving Vocation, Life and Death a 9.5, Crew Republic, bless it, I get that a 10. That I'm going to give a 9. I would put that on par, if not just slightly pipping, for me, the Club Tropica. And Cali Pale, it goes above that. I would say it's better than Green Mountain. It's better than Ghost Ship. Definitely better than that kind of Brewdog hopped in harmony stuff that came out. It's better than all them. Goose IPA, that's probably slightly smoother, but a very good IPA. And I think I gave that a 9. So, wowzers. Well done, Perfect Draft, for getting that on there. And thank you, Vocation, for putting it on there as well. Let's hope it's a mainstay. As of checking just now, it is low in stock. So, do grab yourself one for the festive period if you can, because that is well worth having, well worth tasting. Them, woohoo! Those I'm giving a 10. They are probably the best snack I've had that's not spicy, right? I've not had a chocolate snackage with beer before. I will again, because I'll tell you something, they are class. They're absolutely beautiful. They're not cheap for a 140 gram bag. I'm sure it was £3.50, but my word, they are worth tasting. Get them beauties. Oh, I almost don't want to take them into the missus. She's going to be all over them. I'm probably not going to see any more. But there we go. Right. I have got those other kegs to review, like I said. The Mahal thing, I've got that. The Camden IPA, I didn't mention that, but I've got that, yeah. Erd Mix things, I will be my own judge of it. And the other one, what's the other one? There's another one, but I've forgotten it. Well, the Stay Puft thing. I haven't got it. I will get it, yeah. I will also get that Left Blanc thing at some point and review that. I was almost subdued about a month back, thinking, I'm going to run out of kegs to review. Not anymore, people. We've got some beauties to review, and I'm happy. Anyway, people, whatever you're doing this weekend, make it an absolute belter. Enjoy, have a few beers with a few mates. But for now, Perfect Drafters, have a good one. Cheers. Have a good one, people. Cheers. Thank you.